would I elect to keep it in terms of G? Why would I elect to keep it in terms of G? The gravity. Why won't I use 9.8 this time? I don't have any decimals in my question, do I? So there's no advantage to putting them as 4.9 and 9.8 straight away. I'm going to do what I always do. And what I always do is set up it in terms of U and angle alpha. So it's going to be U cos alpha. That's going to be U sin alpha. And if I was to draw a diagram to picture this, I believe the height is, so greatest height to range. So if that's 1 to 2, so you could put that as, if that was 7x, what would be the height? 2x, wouldn't it? Alright? Probably the best way to go about it. 2x is to 7x. Okay. Next thing, set up your equations. Px equals u cos alpha. Py equals ut sin alpha. Sx equals ut cos alpha. Sy equals ut sin alpha minus a half gt squared. Okay. Find the angle of projection to the nearest degree. So we need to find alpha. So the whole goal of the question is to find alpha. Okay. I'm going to run through my two procedures. First one for the greatest height, second one for the range. Okay. So that's what I need to do. So for greatest height, Py equals 0. Oh, minus. Don't forget the minus gt. So this implies that ut sin alpha minus gt equals 0. Ut, oh dear. Sorry guys. Ot. U sin alpha minus gt. So let's do it again. U sin alpha equals gt. T equals U sin alpha over G. Alright, if that's the time to the greatest height, what's the time of flight? Yeah, it's double it. So don't save yourself the effort. I'll just lob that in there. Shouldn't be too costly, like question 19. Now, let's put it into the, this one goes into the SY equation, so it's going to be SY equals U by U sin alpha over G sin alpha minus a half G. T squared is going to be U squared sin squared alpha all over G squared. I think what normally happens here is it's one of them take away a half of them. So what I mean by that is it's going to be U squared sin squared alpha over G, and it's always take away U squared sin squared alpha over 2G. So it's the same thing as 1 take away a half. So if you put 2's here, you see that's 2 of them take away 1 of them, which would be the answer would be, the answer is U squared sin squared alpha all over 2G. So that equals, is everybody happy that that equals 2x? Because that's the height, isn't it? Now we're going to do the range. How do you do the range? Okay. Time of flight into what? Yeah, time of flight into Sx will do me nicely. Okay. So, time of flight into Sx. So let's go for that as well. Oop. So that's the greatest height. Now we're doing time of flight into Sx. So Sx which is, sorry, range, which equals 7x, is going to be ut. So u by t is 2u sin alpha over g times cos alpha. Okay? And this means that 7x equals 2u squared sin alpha cos alpha all over g. Alright, have an idea. Why don't we turn this one into 14x and then turn this one into 14x as well? That means they're both the same value, aren't they? If I multiply the first one by 7 and the second one by 2, they'll equal each other because they'll both be equal to 14x. It'll save me dealing with any pesky fractions, okay? Don't want to do that. So, I'm going to do 2 times this one here, which will give me 4u squared sin alpha cos alpha all over g. I'm going to do 7 times this one, which will give me 7u squared sine squared alpha over 2g. Yes. Which one? Sine alpha cos alpha. I can't turn that into tan squared. I could turn it into sine 2 alpha. I actually thought about it for a second, but then I realized that I don't need it. Everything's going to cancel, and I'm going to get a tan alpha on its own in a second. But it's a good spot that you could change it. You could change the 2 sine alpha cos alpha into sine 2 alpha, but it won't help you. Okay? Only do that when you're desperate. Okay? Otherwise, just do normal. What I mean by normal is single angles, not double angles. Okay? So, what you're going to get here is, would everybody agree that sine alpha cancels with? One of the sine alphas over there. That u squared cancels with. That u squared. That g cancels with. That g. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. 7 goes from multiplication on the right to division on the left. Cos alpha goes from multiplication on the left to division on the right. And lo and behold, you're now here. Happy days. You're going to get tan alpha equals 8 over 7. Then you're going to tan inverse your angle. Did anybody get that out over the weekend? Tan alpha equals 48.81 degrees. Anybody? Right here. Alright. And you're done.